Like it's showing off elemental. It's like, oh, here are the buttons to press elemental stuff, but the first elemental spell you have is this sort of air pushback, like a force pushback. And the way they demonstrate it is like, oh, here's some little lava elementals, but they're in front of a lake. So you push them into the water and they get vaporized. It's like, okay, that makes sense with the whole elemental tuning stuff. But they don't explicitly say it. It's like you sort of learn it naturally. Which is, I always appreciate, because like manuals, good tutorial, very difficult to do. Let me just make sure. At the streams, it said final checks. Do I sound any particularly different? Like
it definitely sounds. I guess echoey. It's you can tell you're in a bigger room. That's probably the biggest thing. It's a bit more echoey sort of, but not bad certainly.
What I might do is just shut the doors and see if that helps. Because in theory that should make it a smaller room. But we'll give it a go. I'll be back in one sec while you grab the stuff. Sound any different?
Maybe a little.
Okay, yeah.
Not much.
I don't think there's going to be any real changes unless I, move somewhere next year and have a proper setup kind of thing. Especially with, like soundproofing foam and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah, that's the biggest difference that you can make is that sort of thing, right? As much. I mean, at this stage, more so than any mic, like you've got a good enough mic that.
Oh yeah, it's all
the other things that'll make the difference.
Let's see. Now I can't remember. Did we figure out who? Because I remember them sort of hinting at, oh, do you know a person who signs off their letters with E? Was that Tiny?
No, I don't. I. If it was, that wasn't made clear.
Yeah. Because the hook is, like, I know you're busy, but I remember the whole thing with Scarlet disturbing one of the dragons. Well, stuff's happening in the Silvari area. You might want to go check it out. In the Brisbane Wildlands. Considering we didn't do much leveling there, that might be a bit of an adventure when you get back on.
I think it will be, yeah.
Ooh, that's ages away. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this section goes, because like I sort of said last time, this is the one living world I've never done. Which in hindsight I probably should have done, because I sort of came back, went to Heart of Thorns, and it's like, last thing I remember, we killed Zaitan, hooray, and then you jump into Heart of Thorns and it's like, the entire Pact fleet has been annihilated. And you're like, oh, Jesus, that was a bit of an escalation. Oh. No, are you having an issue finding the whole gem thing, or?
No, I did it. I'm just re-logging to try and to see if it pops up from doing that, but it's just doing another download after restarting the game for some reason. So
Oh, I think there was a. I had a quick download before I
yeah, it
logged on.
updated when I logged in before, so I don't know why
Ah.
it's doing another download now. Unless it's like, well, no, because I haven't bought the living story, so it can't be. I don't know.
That's weird. Because normally you'd expect all the stories and whatnot to just be included in the download.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what this is. Maybe it didn't save the
Previous
download
update.
correctly, who knows.
Nah, strange, but hopefully it... Ah, there you go. Got there in the end. Yeah. From my memory, I think we get introduced to Aurene, or Aurene the Crystal Dragon becomes a thing in this part of the story.
Okay.
I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure. One other thing I need to do, aside from this getting the condenser mic, is I need to eventually get around to going back and grabbing my, like, you know, really nice gaming chair. Because I think I've achieved the age where I can't just, you know, sit on the side of the bed anymore or anything like that.
No. No. Proper chair is important.
Oh, yeah. I do love how you're aesthetically just becoming more and more eclectic with every chapter.
Yeah, because it just gives me random junk that occasionally is an upgrade.
Does it look like it's actually working now?
Not yet. I have an email from ArenaNet saying, "Thank you for submitting your purchase. We're reviewing it and we'll finish the transaction as soon as possible." Which seems weird for a like
Yeah.
a microtransaction in a game that it apparently doesn't happen instantaneously.
Well, every time presumably you bought the gems beforehand, like you bought gems and then.
Well, that's buying the gems. That's what's taking the time.
Weird, because that's normally it's like instant for me.
Yeah. Don't know if it's because it's the first time in a long time that I've done it. Maybe.
Potentially. It'd be very strange if that were the case. I suppose just like keep reloading it until it decides to work for you. Yeah, it was weird that there wasn't just like a ability. Like I know that you can gift stuff as well, but you can't gift story that you'd already bought, which is
Yeah, no, of course.
weird. Anything stupid. Unless there's some way you can, in which case they really needed to update the store to make it a bit more obvious. Which, come to think of it, I don't think they've really changed the store aesthetic or function for time immemorial.
I mean, why would you?
That is true. I mean, if you look at style, the in the gem store, or you hover over it, each of the subcategories and the drop down are sort of cut off from each other, so or a lot of them are, so maybe some of those little details would be nice to update.
Well, while we're waiting, let's start heading up because you know where we're going. So
That's a good point.
we can start traveling, and hopefully, I'll get confirmation from them at some stage that they've accepted that they've processed the transaction.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. If you look at your world map, I think you can see my big arrow.
Oh yeah.
So over there is where we need to go.
Fort Salma's going to be the closest I have.
Okay. Yep, easy. I think that's a pretty good starting point. Because I think that's right next to the wilds. It's just like on the opposite corner from where we need to be. Just grab the portal waypoint on your way out. Yeah, no, it is the right zone. How do we navigate to the other? Sort of head around the right, really, and just sort of do a loop of the map.
Grab any POIs as we go past them as well.
Oh yeah, good idea. May as well sort of take the scenic route if ArenaNet doesn't want to take your money immediately.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing is, like, you know, they don't get the money until it's processed. Because PayPal says it's a pending thing until they process it. So it's not like they have my money and won't let me use it. They haven't even taken the money yet.
Ah, okay, you're using PayPal.
Yeah, that's easier than a credit card.
Ah, that's fair. No, because I always use card, so maybe there's some difference there. Which would be silly if there was one, but
That would be the first time I've encountered that as an issue for using PayPal.
yeah, no, I was trying to think of any sort of example of otherwise, but no. They pretty much works the same way, unless it's sort of one of those things where it's like they've sort of confirmed the transaction, but they're just sort of like, yeah, we'll take your word for it. Which again would be strange, but then again, I don't know the inner workings of how PayPal and business works.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is clearly an ArenaNet thing because they're like PayPal has said yes, this has been authorized. As soon as ArenaNet processes it, it'll go through. So it's not. It's ArenaNet that it's waiting on.
Which isn't particularly good business.
It's just weird for like a microtransaction in a game.
Yeah.
Uh,
Especially because normally they're the one thing that you really want to be on top of. As a developer, at least.
well, yeah, these days they're one of the things that gets the most. It seems to at least get the most development and thought time put into it. Is optimizing the cash shop.
Oh yeah. What was it? Fallout 76. Even that mess of a game on release was the cash shop worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
Let's see. This isn't it. I just thought may as well grab you a couple more waypoints
Yeah.
while we're having a roam around. Hey Hazel, welcome back to the waiting for Guild Wars 2 to take Josh's money stream. Apparently. Sneak through here. No, actually... Okay, it is here. Good. I think there's occasionally an event that sort of blocks off this area, so you sort of actually have to do
Okay.
a bit of an event. But this is where it starts. Out of curiosity, can you get to the next... Because I think this is dry top, this one here.
I think I can see the portal there.
See if it lets you through.
Yep.
I wonder if that's because it's you got Heart of Thorns, maybe. Because I'm guessing this is where it's going to send us. Best guess.
Refreshing.
Oh, and this would be your first time, so you get a bit of an introductory.
You must know
Got
yes. Pain in order to heal.
Just got that now.
So, okay, we get introduced to the Zephyrite as well. But... does it look like they've actually done the thing yet?
Not yet. Yeah, for refreshing emails and stuff, because it's presumed it'll come through that way.
Oh, it's normally if you just look at your gem store.
Yeah, I'm checking that too.
Yeah, top left. It's done.
Right. Well, in that case, maybe keep exploring the wildlands, getting some map completion done.
Yeah, may as well. Let's see, can you... Okay, I can't. It's like mail you gems. Play straight up. Each other. Unfortunately, I don't think the gold to gem conversion is 100% efficient. It's like if I was to buy that much gold,
No,
like,
I doubt it would
gems
be
and
worth doing
yeah,
it that way.
that is silly. So I'm actually gonna Google that. Let's see. So apparently, if a gem purchase is not delivered within 15 minutes, make sure it's actually like gone through the bank or PayPal in that case, and if it has, then contact support. So the fact that it's been the first time in a while.
15 minutes, yeah, okay.
So how long is it? How long has the stream been? About 20
that's
minutes?
longer than... Yeah, it's been 20 minutes since I got the email.
Yep, so if in-game, if you just look at the black iron, if the gems aren't in the account, then you'll have to submit a ticket, which is dumb. Oh, there is something on the... Yeah, apparently just some people occasionally have an issue with it, but others don't. I don't know, it looks weird.
Bizarre.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it would affect anything. There's a few. Yeah, I suppose just checking PayPal and make sure it actually went through.
Well, it hasn't gone through in PayPal. That's because PayPal is waiting for them to process it. That's the email I've got. It's authorized and it's fine, but
Yeah.
PayPal's saying once they've processed it, then it will be done. So it's not a PayPal thing.
Because apparently there's something on the forums where one of the GMs replied, after reviewing the account, we found that the purchase attempts were declined by PayPal, which is... oh. Hopefully they get back to you quickly. So I suppose the only last thing is no log in, log out again.
That won't make a difference on this sort of things.
Yeah. I'll, I suppose, submit a ticket and then...
Yep.
Hopefully it shows an average wait time. Because if not, it might even be worth just cutting the stream basically early until it goes through and we just go play something else. Get a bit of Destiny in. Or did you end up getting Dark Tide?
Not yet. I'm meaning to do it.
Ah, fair. There's definitely still a few little technical issues with it. Like it occasionally just sort of crashes when loading in-game, which is really annoying.
Oh, okay.
But normally the reconnect's pretty good. But then again, I don't know if that's because of drivers or something. But normally when it works, it's absolutely bloody... mwah. So it doesn't do the WoW thing with estimated ticket time?
Yeah, just submit.
Ah, easy. I love that the first thing you like, the top two things when you search Guild Wars 2 is an ad to pre-purchase End of Dragons, which is already out, and then it's World of Warcraft Classic, and then Guild Wars 2. Oh, I didn't realize there was actually Guild Wars 2 novels. Because apparently there are gem cards that you can buy, so I'm just trying to see if I can find where to actually get. The only other thing I can think of, if you wanted to sort of get the show on the road, is it looks like you can just buy the Living World Season 2 straight from the store like straight from the online store.
Oh, okay.
For it's probably about 16 US, so what's that? Because I thought it was only gems. So, yeah, could do that, and then I'll...
Yeah, no, if I can get it directly through them, I'll do that. Fine.
Yeah. And then I'll reimburse you for the other gems, and you can use that to buy the other...
Well, I can probably cancel the other one if that's what I end up doing.
I mean, you can always just use them to preemptively buy another one of the Living Worlds.
Possibly, yeah.
And then I'll reimburse you for that, for those gems, because I was going to shout that one anyway. I swear I thought you could gift stuff on Guild Wars 2. That's rather dumb. Ah, okay. Only some stuff can be bought as a gift, by the looks of things. Yeah, and it doesn't look like account upgrades you can gift, which is very dumb.
The monster's down. Hold these pathetic weaves at bay while the other pass takes theirs down.
Such might.
So where did you find this place to buy the...
So, on the Guild Wars 2 website, at the top where it says shop,
Yep.
shop by Guild Wars 2.
Oh, that opens a completely different page than if you just click shop.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know either.
That's not what buy Guild Wars 2 means.
Yeah, I think their shop needs a bit of love because yeah, and then if you scroll down, I think it's got the gems and then some in-game items, and one of them is the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see.
complete. Yeah, rather circuitous route to get to it. Where are we? And hopefully this one works. Because yeah, I've never had an issue with their system, but apparently a lot of people have, so I guess you're just one of the unlucky few that have encountered some sort of weird technical error.
That one I'm going to try relogging for because it might not. Because it's not like gems, it's a actual thing.
Yeah, it's like a proper in-game purchase. Or out-of-game purchase, I probably better way of putting it.
Yeah, I do find it concerning and dubious that they have a way to purchase something for an exact amount, but to do so you have to go through their website and they don't tell you at all about it. That's even more dodgy than the normal practices of microtransactions. Because I bet that gets them around all sorts of potential complaints or things that could be raised with the way that in-game shops work with gem pack sizes and whatnot.
I don't even know if it would necessarily, because I didn't see any of the other Living World seasons there. And,
I bet it's buried somewhere. Or it's a rotating selection of things.
maybe? Very strange if it was. Because I know they put stuff on pretty big sales, like, every so often. But...
Yeah,
It's-
okay. So that's the only stuff you can get at the moment. But yeah, like the even just that one thing it speaks to the way that companies handle in-game shops, because the only way to get that in-game is by buying $20 worth of gem.
Not the 16.
But you can get it for $16 directly through the website. Now, nothing in-game would indicate to you that that is possible. There's nothing in-game. Like, if you go to buy it in-game, it's like, oh, you don't have enough gems. Do you want to buy more gems? You're going to need to buy $20 worth of gems.
Oh. Anytime companies do that, it's a bad taste. But it's an even worse taste after it's like, I tried to give you my money and you didn't let me.
Yep.
Oh, did it at least work?
Does not appear so. It looks like it's doing exactly the same thing with this one. So I have exactly the same 2 emails.
God, what are they doing?
I don't know. I have not encountered this problem with anything else. I'm sure it's a PayPal thing, but that's not an excuse.
No.
It also has taken 10 minutes before I can even see this. I got the email that I've created a support ticket before it popped up in the My Tickets section on their website. It took 10 minutes before I could see the ticket that I had opened in their support website.
Perfection.
Before that, it was saying there was no ticket, and I was wondering had it even submitted one.
Properly. Does it give like an estimated time of...
No.
Nah.
No.
Well, that's ridiculously stupid. Well, in that case, might cut the stream. Did you want to play something else?
I mean, I'm happy to play something. I mean, there's other things to talk about. I don't mind if we want to cut it. That's fine with me. I'm flexible.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll cut it so that I can figure out what your bank details are as well.